Oh, this leaf is like, hello, how do you do?
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
This Monstera is so old. So old. There's like, I'm going to insert some B-roll here, but there's a trunk that is like, I keep calling it a trunk, but it's a stem, and it's very thick, and I'm very impressed. Now, the thing is I know there's going to be some casualties along the way. I just have a feeling. So, why don't I just go ahead and, stop hiding behind the Monstera. I was so comfortable back there. It's just like home. So there's going to be some casualties, and I'm sorry to everyone involved ahead of time. This is my baby, but I've been an a-hole plant mom. Planting this has been a long time coming, or repotting this has been a long time coming. That moss pool has been created. Check out this link right here if you want to watch that video. It's a 3-part: Tired Julia, Espresso Julia, and Drunk Julia. Let me know in the comments which one you like the most. So, I haven't watered. Look at how beautiful it is. You can see the direction that it's reaching. And in fact, a lot of the newer growth is quite leggy. It has a very long internode compared to the previous set of growth. So that tells me that it's not getting what it needs light-wise, nutrient-wise, hell, even water-wise. You can see that the leaves are kind of drooping a little bit. That just means they are a little bit thirsty. And that's to be expected because I did give it a bit of a drought period because I knew that I was going to be doing this. So without further ado, actually, me sticking my finger through this fenestration reminds me of what these fenestrations are used for, or essentially what they were designed for. This plant is native to the tropical rainforest, and it lives in the understory, so it gets dappled light. And so A, you want to recreate that. B, with this being an epiphyte and it wants to climb, it's going to keep sending new petioles up and up. And over here, I don't know if you can see right here, this is just an example of one of the petioles going right through a fenestration just so it can continue on its upward journey. And that's happened a few times in this plant. I'm not going to waste my life looking for it. But these are all types of like defense mechanisms and strategies that the plant has developed over its time, and I think it's quite fascinating. I've only achieved level 3 status of Monstera Deliciosa. Let me show you here. So level 1 leaf is right here. Can you see it? It's just a simple heart. Let's see. We have another one right here. This is level 1 Monstera Deliciosa leaf. 0 fenestrations. Level 2 is going to be a leaf like this. It got hooked on something and broke, the one that my right hand is touching, but it just has a single little slip, just like that. So that's level 2 fenestration in my book. This here is level 3 status, where you have multiple fenestrations all throughout the leaf. And then level 4 status, which is yet to be achieved in this household, is further fenestrations. Mid-rib fenestrations is what they're called. So those are the little holes closer to the rib of the leaf. And I cannot wait for that day to come. And I know it's going to happen once I've up-potted her, staked her, and just loved on her a little bit more. I'm just gonna note a couple things here. Monstera does love to be a little bit pot bound, so you know, I'm only partially sorry that I let it go for this long. But otherwise, frick, let's just do this. Oh man. Okay, so okay. This is happening. I have a crate that I'm just going to be using as like a resting post for the Monstera, just so I don't break any of the leaves or aerial roots or anything like that. My coffee is too far away. It's too... Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. This is what's happening. I am just avoiding the inevitable, and I don't know why. Frick! Guys, I bought a back scratcher because I'm old and I can't scratch my back anymore. I need to scratch my back. Oh. Ah. Here we go. What the hell is that? I see something that I don't like. Why? This technique is called the knee roll. I shouldn't have opened my mouth while I did that because I have soil in my mouth. But there's something here that I see that I don't like. It's like a type of mildew buildup. So that comes from not using fresh water, but I've always used fresh water. So I don't know. This is really heavy. Well, no one said that this was a clean project. Just gonna start breaking up the soil. Golly, no. Okay, so I have no clue what it is. What I did was I grabbed my scope to check it out like on the root structure first. It didn't look biological, like it didn't look living or moving or anything like that. And then when I put it on my fingernails there, I tried to kind of like squish it together with my two nails, because if it's something that has like an exoskeleton, like if it was a type of egg that I'm not familiar with, I wanted to see if I could squish that egg and see if there was any biology inside, but I couldn't see that either. So I'm not overly concerned. This is definitely something I want to like rinse in my tub, but it's so late. What is it? There's no bugs on the plant. I see nothing moving down here. I'm gonna even just pause you and see if the Google can tell me what it is. Okay, so my research has showed it's either mildew or mold, which are pretty much the same thing, and which could also explain why I'm all itchy and scratchy and shit. And another thing, there's actual styrofoam balls in here. This sucks. This is root bound. and it wasn't draining the water appropriately, so I'm gonna probably call that mildew or mold because it still feels moist and I haven't watered it in a while. So how did I not see that this was styrofoam? Like how? Oh, my delicious monster, if I would have known. Okay, so I am seeing a severe imbalance of roots in this root ball. A lot of roots over here and not much back here. So this is telling me that, okay, first of all, this plant is like years old. This is a very old established plant. So what could have been happening over time was myself or somebody, the previous owner, was just watering on one side. So this is just going to be a testament to show you that it's important to water all around. So get a long spout watering can so you can reach all those places. I imagine this was in a corner somewhere and this was the accessible area. So it was just easier to water right there. So that's just if I had to hazard a guess. Not all the roots are going to survive. I will tell you now, so don't be upset about it. Look at all this room I have back here. You guys just want to be careful when you're playing in soil. The types of orchid bark that's in here is quite jagged. It almost seems like slices of wood. I don't know, it's weird. So I kind of just got my finger a little bit. I would normally manhandle a plant's root ball, but like this is so top heavy, I don't want to risk it. I love repotting plants and massaging the roots because it really is therapeutic, and it also helps you really get a good understanding of how awesome plants are and how resilient they are. I'm pulling up on this because these thicker roots are aerial roots. So I know they came from the top and worked their way down. So that's why I can pull them up. I mean, they all came from the top and worked their way down. But there's just a difference between the aerial roots and the soil-bound roots, because the soil-bound roots will just generally be all around thinner. The aerial roots are going to be just thick, and then they'll start to put out some peripheral roots once they get comfortable in their home, like this one. All root balls will tend to have like a hollow center to it, like once you get down to the bottom, just to let you know. So that's kind of what I'm going for, is getting all of that older soil out there, because I just want to really wrap these roots in my new soil mixture. Ew, this soil smells dank. Just barely. I'm finding different types of soil, different types of substrate in here, and it's kind of concerning and impressive. Concerning because it just sucks that this plant has had to deal with this for so long. Impressive that it has dealt with it for so long. I did it. There it is. have no desire. I have no desire to put down my Monstera right now. This is my baby. Nothing can happen to it. Nothing will happen to it. And if anything does, I know it's my fault. I have this 7-gallon nursery pot that I put a mesh screen at the bottom in, and that's just to prevent it from going through that bottom hole. Let's do this. There's still styrofoam balls. I wish it wasn't December. I'd love to use the hose right now. Well, I'll tell you something. It's not December. It's January. Either way, hose no worky. Fake perlite. Come on. This was deliberate. This was a deliberate action taken against this Monstera, and I'm not here for it. This moss pole has been chilling. It's all wet and stuff, and I'm gonna put the two together and they're gonna live together. It's gonna be great, but I gotta wash my hands. I'm having a bit of a reaction. Here is my substrate that I'm gonna be using for this Monstera, and it is made with the reptile bark, Coco, activated charcoal, worm castings, and perlite. My 5 ingredients and my soil video is right here. So I'm gonna build up the bottom a little bit, and then what I'm gonna do is the plant is currently, I'm trying to, oh no. What did I do? So I'm trying to figure out where I need to put the moss pole. And I better do it fast. Ooh, this is stressful. Okay, I'm gonna put the moss pole here because that's where there's a lot of aerial roots. And what I'm going to do, I'm being strategic with where I grab because I don't want to break this. So what has to happen here is you kind of have to like hold the plant and suspend the roots just like above the soil so it can just fill in the soil throughout the roots so they're not just like all jam-packed into one spot. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And then I'm gonna have to put my moss pole in because I only have 2 hands. Now, the thing is I'm gonna be kind of mindful about leaving a bit of a void here for my moss pole because I don't want to be stabbing any roots. And just make sure that moss pole hits the bottom. Oh my god, you're gonna look so damn good against this moss pole. These poor leaves are just like, they've had it. They are showing immediate stress from this. Great. So I don't know how long you have been with me for. Only editing, Julia will, but it's going good so far. Except for these floppy doppy leaves, like I am so sorry about this Monstera. I'm sorry, stop looking at me like that. Oh my goodness, this leaf is falling apart by the second. And my video keeps cutting out because I have 0 space left on my phone, so that's another issue for another time, my friends. Wow, Monstera. So let me tell you something. The winter time is not the time to be repotting anything, really. This is the time when most plants go dormant, but I don't care. Once this leaf figures out where it is, it'll be happy. No one else is being as dramatic as you. I'm just saying, it's just you. Oh my God. I get it. You're not happy. You're just a drama queen. Oh, you too? Both of you? Frick. I ran out of space on my phone, but nothing dramatic happened. I let the plant chill for about 6 days, and this is what it looks like now. And if you ask me, I'm pretty pleased. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and hit that ding dong if you want to know when the next video comes out. Here's a hint, it's going to be on Friday. Thanks for watching. Peace and love. Mwah.